creating a subtle yet luxurious ambiance with dark walnut wood and custom-made furniture to create an ideal safe haven. Infusing innovative ideas into traditional Chinese cuisine, even a dish like crispy fried chicken will surprise you with unexpected flavors. Des, did you know we actually spend more than half of our lives at home?
Just half? I would have thought it's more. Wait till you have kids. So if I had to ask you, what does your dream home look like, what would you tell me?
I think for me, home is like a very comfortable, cozy, and safe space. So I think I'd focus on more white and beige tones, a very clean and simplistic design.
I totally hear you about the simple and minimalistic theme. I've been trying to simplify my life, make it more zen, and I think the living space has to reflect that, so decluttered. Well, we're sitting in this amazing apartment today with very unique design elements, and we're going to meet the designer. This is a two-story duplex apartment located in mid-levels Hong Kong with a total area of about 3,200 square feet. The owners, an art-loving couple who appreciate nature, wanted to blend luxury with a peaceful environment.
Designer Leslie made many considerations in balancing aesthetics and functionality for the couple's needs. All the furniture in the house is custom-made, with dark walnut tones and gold trimmings, creating a modern and luxurious residence.
My design style was inspiration comes from the nature with natural materials like wood and stone. So in this design, I have been used a lot of dark walnut wood together with some golden trims throughout the whole design. It's a duplex unit. The upper level is the living and dining area, and the lower level are bedrooms. The owner is a young couple with 2 kids. They like to have their home feel very cozy, so they like to use a lot of warmer tone materials.
The foyer gives the first impression of any home, representing the feel and style of the entire residence. So considerable attention must be given to its planning and design. The entrance area is minimalistic with a relaxed atmosphere. A partition designed with wooden slats gives a feeling of tree trunks, creating a forest-like ambiance.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi.
Could you tell us more about the design of this entrance area?
Yeah, I think the first impression is very important, and I want to have a warm welcome as you enter the house.
And what was the inspiration behind this design?
Yeah, since there's a staircase right behind it, and I want to, instead of using a glass railing, here I have designed a wooden vertical strips which symbolize 3 branches.
My first impression of the living room is it's very natural and comfortable. Leslie has incorporated a unique Hong Kong modern design sense in both the space and furniture. So we've taken a few steps down and now we're inside the living room. Tell us about it.
Unlike a typical living area, you have a TV in this area. But instead, I want to give them more space because I want them to have a more family gathering at this area. So I want to be more cozy, more spacious.
So can you tell us more about the choice of colors or like the designs that you used?
Well, basically, all the woods are in dark color. So I try to make it like as a big contrast with the floor in light color. So actually, the client is like a big fan of the figure collectors. So I have designed a display shelves for them to put their collections. Also in the middle is a hidden storage cabinet, and also with a bespoke metal handle, which is specially designed for them.
I see even here in the living room, we still have that wooden strip design element.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see the vertical strips throughout the whole design. Like you can see on the door panels, some of the side panels, and also on the fireplace corner here. You can see there's a L-shaped fireplace because we have to match with the column behind it. And then there's a hidden storage again for giving them the more storage space.
I really like it though.
Yeah.
It gives it a really warm vibe, right?
I don't think I've ever seen a L-shaped fireplace like that, but it's super cool.
The dining room is the family's gathering place for meals every day. The geometric natural solid wood dining table, paired with the wall's distinctive soft cushioned striped panel, creates a dining space that's unique in design, yet cozy at the same time.
So Leslie, now we're sitting in the dining area. Very comfortable, a lot of nature elements, right?
Yeah. Well, for this tabletop, I purposely looking for almost a month because for such a big piece of walnut wood, it's really hard to find.
How about the shape then? Did you decide on the shape too, or is it natural?
Well, this is a natural shape. So I actually didn't do anything on the design. This is a really natural wood.
Okay.
And I also have designed with the metal legs underneath to make it more like a special tailor-made design dining table.
Now, what about the background of where you're sitting? I mean, just visually, it looks like the front foyer as well.
Well, in order to make the dining room more spacious, I have specially designed a bench on this side and the other side with chairs to allow more space behind. And also here you see the stripping pattern, which is matching with the whole design theme.
Sure.
Yeah.
The New England-style open bar not only allows you to relax after a long, hectic day, but is also a great spot for entertaining friends and family. The most distinctive design feature of the bar is its engraved metal finishes and its bespoke handles. The semicircular bench surrounds the entire breakfast area and is complemented by comfortable velvet and ribbed fabric details, giving it a luxurious and upscale look.
Oh wait, you actually designed another dining area?
Yes, the main reason that we have two dining areas, this dining area is normally is for a formal dining, and for this area here is actually for a breakfast area.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
more cozy and intimate,
it's very
right?
intimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about this behind us here? There's a wet bar.
Yes, this mini bar which connects between the two areas, and the inspiration comes from New England style, highlight with the metal edge pattern backing, with some lighting ambient effects. And here you have dark walnut drawers, also with some golden trimmings, and also you see with the bronze metal handles, and this resembles a little branches.
So awesome.
Has this very classic vibe, right?
Yeah, very classic. Yeah.
Yeah, and here is also a hidden wine.
Ooh.
So you can store all the wines here.
A proper bar.
No, but I love it that you have a wet bar that serves as both dining areas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Going down the winder staircase, which has plenty of natural light, we arrive at the master suite on the lower level. The entire suite exudes a modern, relaxed, and natural atmosphere, with nature elements evident in the floral patterned carpet, cream-colored walls, and decor. Opening the sliding door leads to the bathroom within the master suite. The standalone bathtub in the center gives an air of luxury against the marble tiles.
And now we're in the master bedroom. So the master bedroom suite basically has the same configuration as the living room. When you step down, this is the sleeping area. So I want to make it more cozy comparative to the living room. So natural elements you will be seeing, I use a lot of warmer tone color, like floral pattern carpet and cream walls.
Oh, this mirror reminds me of the one that we saw on the staircase.
Yes, this is a continuation of the staircase hand paint by the same artist. And also I want to treat it as a feature wall with the side lightings on both sides.
Really highlights the gold.
Right. And also for the bedside table, I purposely placed one side with a hanging sphere pendant and the other side with a table lamp to give you a visually contrast with different levels.
I like that.
Yeah.
It reminds me of planets.
And also for the headboard, I also using the vertical strip linings to match with the whole design concept. And also it brings you a focal point of the
Master bedroom.
Yeah.
After exploring this place with Leslie, it reminded me the importance of design, how to use different space, choosing different colors, different designs, different materials to create a home that reflects your own personal style.
For sure, Joyce, design is so important. It can make your home look nicer, create its own unique style, but at the same time, it transforms your indoor living environment, making it more comfortable, more secure, and that ultimately will raise your quality of life.
Hong Kong's restaurant environment is super competitive, and the one thing that chefs want to do is to become very, very unique.
I think it's hard too, but you know, Chinese cuisine is already so extensive and varied. If you want to preserve traditional flavors without being too rigid, it's super challenging.
I know a chef that is being super, super unique and yet preserving traditions. Let's go check it out.
Chef Silas, who has a background in both Chinese and Western cuisine, is committed to exploring and inheriting the essence of Chinese cooking. He strives to find the perfect balance between tradition and modernity. His menu design combines elements of Western cuisine, featuring dishes that pay tribute to traditional flavors while still being innovative.
The concept of this restaurant, it's very unique, very different. We have so many things that's actually off menu, but we're also keeping the very traditional Chinese flavor as well, with a little bit of a Western twist, but we try not to overdo it. So if you play around with it too much, you lose all the wok hei and the flavor, especially in Guangdong cuisine.
3 layers of flavors are packed into a delicate eggshell, and when mixed together and eaten in one bite, it's like a party in your mouth. What makes this dish special is the Japanese freshwater crab, served on the side, filled with crispy fried crab and topped with a rich egg yolk soup. The crispy texture and strong crab flavors combine together perfectly, making it both visually appealing and delicious.
So, the appetizer is a crab dish. Okay, so we're gonna try this Japanese freshwater crab. That's really good.
Wow, that's amazing.
You got the outer layer of the crab shell being dried and I think fried. And then you got the inner layer of, like they've injected some crab bisque
Oh, they did.
to the middle. So you got that more intensity of the crab flavor, but all like flavors of shellfish in general come from the shell. The shell has a lot of flavor in it. And the crab bisque just enhances that. But then you also end up not having some kind of like chip, like a dry experience. Like you have that sauce that
textures
comes
in
with it. Steamed egg, and then there's a layer of crab, and then on top of that, there's a foam that's made with like lily bulb root.
There's like that really smooth egg white mixed with the rich aroma of the crab essence, and then the tender crab meat. Oh, that's amazing.
And the important is like the thing that really puts it all together is the traditional pairing of fatio, Chinese
at
rice
the end
wine,
of my tongue, yeah.
and it actually brings it back to Chinese cuisine.
Yeah,
It's really, really interesting.
but also the lily bulb foam. The very delicate foam is like right at the end. Not the most strong flavor, but at the end, which is also a great ending to that bite.
Yeah. I'm really impressed. There's a lot to process in a very, very small amount of food. But it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of layers.
Not just having all that work, but to put it into the egg layer by layer. It's amazing.
With the crab egg, the flavor is very traditional Chinese, but the presentation is very Western. But that didn't actually affect the traditional Chinese taste. And that's what I call with a little bit of twist, but don't overdo it. So I decided to make the egg into 3 different layers. So when a customer comes to eat it, they get different texture.
Breaking the mold while preserving the essence of traditional Chinese cuisine, this exquisitely presented dish of stuffed chicken wings with goose webs is chef's signature creation. Combining the best of both classic dishes, the flavors are traditional, while the preparation method is innovative. The best part is, the goose webs can be eaten without any bones, making it incredibly convenient and delicious. What am I looking at?
It's seemingly an innocent dish, but this is actually a hilarious dish.
What is it?
It is actually goose web that's stuffed in chicken wings, and then it's braised.
What?
So in Chinese, in Cantonese culture, we have a saying, which is when people don't understand one another, it's a chicken that's talking to a duck. And so
because they don't speak the same language.
Yeah, don't speak the same language. So the chef has decided to put that into a concept.
Oh, okay.
And take the goose webbing and then put it into a chicken wing.
I kind of thought you were half joking in the beginning when you said there's actual goose web in here. But this is amazing.
This is amazing.
It's so
And
tender.
I thought that maybe they'll have some kind of like chicken mousse that they would like
Fill it with?
and then like sort of just pipe it into there.
Yeah.
But it's just the webbing.
It's pure webs.
The bones are out, so you've got that gelatinous cartilage that stays inside. And again, I was expecting, okay, maybe the chicken wing would be a little bit crispy, and then you have the contrast. But actually now you have something braised in something braised.
It's so
Which is really like, it's a textural sort of mind game a little bit, because you're expecting something else, but then you're getting something better.
They're both soft and tender,
Yes.
but then they're both different kinds of meat, which is, wow, like my mind is blown right now.
Yeah.
Crispy fried chicken is a dish that really showcases the chef's skills. After marinating the chicken and air drying it, it is deep fried to achieve a slow cooked effect, ensuring that the meat remains tender and juicy, while the skin and bones are fried to a crispy texture, achieving a perfect balance of crispiness and tenderness.
Cantonese crispy chicken. Love it.
Smells so good.
So which is your favorite part of the chicken to eat?
I usually like to go for the part with like the most meat to less fat ratio, but for this, I feel like you need to eat the fat to have like the full flavor, you know?
Yeah, you do. And my favorite bit is this one right here. You got a bit of the wing, which is brown meat, and you got a bit of the breast, which is white meat. And then you got a maximum amount of skin and the meat around the bone. So you got a bit of everything in just this one bite. That's my favorite thing.
Go ahead.
Crispy, juicy, tender.
I just tried this bite without the salt first. I usually like to try original flavors.
Yeah,
This is amazing by itself.
it's very, very good. It's a very, very good quality crispy chicken.
I dare say this might be the best chicken I've ever had. Everything together, the skin, the fat, the meat, it's amazing.
So what you gotta do is you've gotta make the skin elastic. So what you gotta do is you gotta put some hot water and the skin sort of retracts a little bit.
Oh,
Then you
okay.
gotta let it relax and dry out. And then what you do is you pour hot oil on top. So it's not inside the oil, you just pour it on top. And what happens is the fat and the meat and the skin separates. So that's the technique in a nutshell, but it's a lot of man hours and it's quite hard to handle. If you don't do it that way, the skin doesn't stay as crispy for longer.
Oh, and you do it evenly in every part of it too.
Exactly. And one thing I do have to say is cutting the chicken this particular way is actually quite hard as well.
Really?
It's actually quite
So-
difficult because even though the skin is very crispy, like when you chop down on it, it can move.
Oh,
And so to get a nice precise chop where the skin remains intact in one piece
yeah.
is actually quite skillful. You need a substantial amount of weight
Oh, I see.
onto the cut.
It's assembled so nicely too.
Yeah.
With our crispy chicken, it's a little bit different to the outside. We actually spend a lot of time trying to master the recipe. Everybody does crispy chicken. First thing we do, picking the chicken is very important. What I found, it needs to have a fair amount of fat in the chicken. When it comes to making it, the air drying is very important, especially in Hong Kong, it's very humid. So we have to be very careful on that. And then it's come to the cooking part. You can't cook it in one go, because what that does, that will pushes all the juices from the chicken out because it's too hot. So what we do, we put it in the oil bath for about 12 minutes. And that's more or less like slow cooking it. And because of the density of the oil, that keeps all the juices inside the meat. Then you got to let it rest. So when you rest it, the chicken skin will soften a little bit. Then you have to come to refry it about 3 times. End of it, the crispy chicken comes out perfect.
This dessert features Japanese white peach paired with vanilla custard cream, creating a beautifully presented and richly flavored dish. It's topped with fresh raspberry sauce, crispy meringue, and a surprising addition of Mao Tai sorbet. It's all dusted with frozen coconut powder. The result is a wonderful combination of flavors and textures that make for an exceptional dessert. You know, Christian, it may come as a surprise to you, but I actually didn't have a lot of Chinese food growing up. But after today's meal, I think I have a newfound appreciation for it, and I want to have it more because it's absolutely amazing.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think appreciation is the word that comes to my mind as well. I think the chef has really taken the time to pay homage or respect the traditions of Cantonese cuisine, which is to make sure that the flavor of the ingredients really stands out for us. The second thing is I feel like in terms of innovation, though the techniques are very, very traditional, chef is pushing a little bit of innovation with Chinese meets Chinese, which I love. I love this a lot.